Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining. We are at the European Championship for Shotgun in Osijek, Croatia. All the athletes are juniors under 18 looking for their way to the finals and the European podium. My name is Martina Lucic, and I'm your commentator for these events. Today, we had a packed schedule, many athletes fighting for their place on the finals range, and in the end, in the finals, fighting for the top of the podium. We've wrapped up on trap today. We've seen the Skeet event for women, and all we have left with is the event for men. The sun is shining finally, and I think it's gonna stay this way now as the gloomy clouds have kind of disappeared. So this might be the only absolutely sunny finals we have. Event details are here. The 12-gauge shotgun and the cartridge weight up to 24.5 grams. Of course, the clay target, which you can see right over here in front of us. The eco-friendly clay targets. We have the two semifinals coming up for the final match that is going to be happening actually in a few moments once we go through the two semifinals. Usually it's a pretty quick semifinals and the finals, especially in the Skeet events as they are shooting on stations 3, 4, and 5. The athletes shoot 2 doubles on each station, which counts as a round, and whoever shoots more targets in a round wins 2 points. In case of a tie where there's a draw, they each win 1 point, and first to get to 6 points wins the semifinals and will automatically go into the finals, of course. When it comes to the qualification and what the athletes were shooting yesterday in the individual events in the 75 targets, we had Bulgaria, Czechia, Poland, Germany, Romania, Ukraine, Hungary, Great Britain, Lithuania, Azerbaijan, Turkey, Latvia, and many athletes coming in to try and end up over here, at least in the semifinals, and then of course in the finals as well. The two athletes coming out first from Azerbaijan. We have a debuting athlete, Islam Azdarov. His birthday just passed. And this might be the last time to be in the under 18 category for him. Then we have the 16-year-old Hungarian, Nimrod Peli, who's also debuting on an international stage such as this one, shooting in the semifinals. Two youngsters trying to get to their place in the finals and potentially then end up on the podium, on the top of the podium. Coming into the semifinals, the athletes already know that at least they've got the bronze medal, but you always want to aim higher, especially as an athlete. That's a given. We have the jury member in charge of this final coming out, Marian Carbonaro of Romania. The two coaches are already by their athletes' side, and here is the main referee for this competition. He's got his side referees that end up deciding with him, but we also have the virtual assistant referee, Michael, Mr. Michael, as the referee here for the last of today's and the only of the solo events, because tomorrow we start off with the duet and the trio competitions. Tomorrow, the first final is the trap final. We have the bronze medal match and the gold medal match at 3:15, so make sure to tune in and watch that final as well. And on the last day, day 6, which is May 19th, we have the trio events, which is going to be extra fun. We're going to have athletes and teams fighting for medals. But right now and today, these men and women are coming in solo shooting, one against another. And we've had great semifinals and finals happening here today. If you missed any of them, you can go back to the European Championship and the ESC official YouTube channel. We are live over there, and all the finals are up on there. So if you missed any, you can go back and watch. But right now, we are here to focus, as the men here are also to focus on their stations, on their doubles. And finally now, you can see the sun at the end of this day finally coming out. If you were here in the afternoon, you wouldn't think it's even possible for the sun to come out, but here it is. And so are the coaches of the athletes. They have an important role to ask for a timeout in any given moment, but also time it nicely and precisely to a moment that's going to be helpful to the athletes. They only have 1 minute, which means it could be 2 timeouts during each of the semifinals and the finals. But each of the teams and each of the solo individual athletes have a chance for 1 timeout only. So maximum timeouts, 2 during the competition. Some test fires being shot as well. And then we start off with the semifinals. When the athletes come into the finals, they're not shooting any more test fire. And they are prepared and start off immediately. They've had enough test fire during the semifinals. They were both shooting in. The targets flew out, but from what I've seen, one of them was broken. So Islam Azdarov had to take a step back. And now he's preparing once again on the station to call out the targets. One is down, one flew away. So when the athletes call the targets, they always fly out the same way out of the houses. The question is, are they shooting a normal double or the reverse double? And that depends on them. In the normal double, they shoot first the high house and then the low house target. In the reversed, as it said, it is reversed. But that's only until they come to a station number 5, which is the last station they shoot. Then the whole thing is kind of reversed. But we'll get to that. So the targets fly out in the same way. The only random thing is how long it takes for the targets to fly out after they've been called by the athlete. And this is why you'll sometimes see some of the athletes kind of flinch before the targets fly out in this anticipation of the target. Now we can finally see the sky behind the woods here. And it seems like with these 2 missed targets, Peli is losing this round, and the 2 points go to Azdarov from Azerbaijan. We have the mascot as well entering the finals. Some of the coaches say in Skeet and Trap, it's all about being able to handle the distractions, whether it's the weather, the machines, somebody else walking by, like the athletes going around the stations. Whatever is happening in these outdoors competitions, you got to be able to shake off the distractions. And Peli did just that with this first round of doubles. Lost the high house target here in the reverse double. A great opportunity for Azdarov. He's already won the first round. He's got 2 points. Took the lead. Oh, lost the low house target now. More and more people in the stands. Of course, now the sun has, now that the sun has come out, it's a little bit more comfortable staying outside. And with that lost target, it's going to be a tie between the two men. 2 points each after series number 2 and after round number 2. Moving on to round number 3, Azdarov is the first one to shoot. And on this station, station number 5, sometimes in the reverse double, the low house target can get away. It can be pretty tricky, and it can seem like everything is decided by that last target. Normal double is down. Now for the reverse double. That's the one where the athletes have to be very, very quick from coming back to that first target and finding it to the next one over there. And unfortunately, Azdarov didn't make it to that low house target in time. An opportunity for Peli to take the lead once again. Azdarov set a strong tone for this last one. Even though he had that one miss. It was a quick draw, but he missed the same target, which means the two men are tied now, and they each win 1.3 to 3. Back to station number 3. It could be a longer game for the two. It's not going to be a swift and easy decision, it seems like it. And nobody's backing down. High house target got away from Peli. Not the one you usually see to be lost. Reverse double. A lot of greenery around, and it's a high house target again. 2 out of 4 targets. Great opportunity for Azdarov now. He can take the lead. He needs 3 targets hit on station 3. Barely if you saw that low house target, but it was a hit. One more hit and Azdarov takes the lead. He took a step back. He still has the reverse double to do. Shooting for the low house and then the high house target. It's a quick switch as well, but I think he lost both of them. Meaning once again, both of the men get 1 point each, and that puts them in a situation that whoever wins the next round goes to the finals. If they tie, they have to move into a shoot-off. So it's going to be a lot on that last target. That is, if the decision doesn't change right now as we see jury really rushing back to look at the video assistant referee. If any time, this is a good time to call it. Might have been a hit on one of the targets. And in that case, the lead would go to Azdarov. It seems like the target was not broken, at least not that one. And the decision is made by the jury. Both targets were a miss, from what I could see here. But the coach decided to use that VAR card. Back onto the station. Now it's time for Islam Azarov to shoot first, right after missing both of the targets and an opportunity to take the lead. Going into this very nerve-wracking station. 2 are down. Right, if he shoots back once again in the reverse double, could be a shoot-off, could be the finals. But he misses the high house target very clearly and leaves some space for Pelli. Pelli misses one of the targets immediately. And now a lot is riding on the reverse double for him. If he misses even one of the targets now, he's out, not going to the finals. But if he hits them, which he did, both of the athletes win 1 point, which means now we move on to the shoot-offs. Let's see how the shoot-offs go. The athletes will be shooting 1-by-1 double from, of course, station number 3, which is the first station used in the finals. So 1-by-1 double. Whoever loses more targets first is out of the game. So Islam Azdarov is the first one to shoot. He was actually 21st in the individual competition yesterday after 75 targets. Pelli was 24th. But throughout the day and the qualifications, they made it to the semifinals. That's going to be one hit from Islam Azdarov. And look at the Hungarians are on their feet. How much more can you be on the edge of your seat? Hits them both and goes right into the finals. The 16-year-old Nimrod Pelli, who debuted in the competition here today, walks away from the semifinals, putting his name on the list for the finals, and now has at least one moment to recoup after this semifinal to go into the finals and find out who is going to be in the finals with him out of the 2 semifinalists coming up in the second final. We have one debuting 17-year-old, and another 17-year-old who actually won the 16th place at the New Delhi ISSF Junior World Cup last year. This is what we know so far. Pelli is going on and giving Hungary a chance to win the first gold of this competition here. So far, the gold has been taken by a representative from AIN. And we also had a Cypriot at the top of the podium when it comes to the men's event in trap. Great Britain at the top. And Skeet, that was a great time for Great Britain in the women's event. And now Greece and Czechia coming out for semifinals too here at the European Championship for shotgun in Osijek, Croatia, for athletes under 18. Adam Georgaras of Greece and František Bostik of Czechia, both 17, as I mentioned. One of them is debuting, the athlete from Greece. And we've seen Bostik at the ISSF Junior World Cup last year in New Delhi, all the way in India, winning the 16th place in the junior competition. Mind you, he was only 16 then. And the juniors can go up to 21. So a very big difference to be shooting at 21 and at 16, especially when it comes to shotgun. Coming out first, the 17-year-old from Greece, Adam Georgaras. Debuting in the finals. And a huge applause for František Bostik of Czechia, the 17-year-old who's been shooting in bigger competitions and maybe has a little bit more experience. We'll see now when it comes to shooting under a bit more pressure and under a spotlight such as this one, which is a kind of a unique situation to be happening for the athletes here. Here are the coaches getting a big applause as well. And yeah, it just feels like since the sun came out, everybody's in a better spirits, feeling good, cheering on even more as we're coming to a wrap-up on today. Marin Carbonaro is the jury in charge. And here comes the referee asking for some attention from the audience here. Mr. Michael Erlewein of Germany as the referee in charge. The audience is cheering on the semi-finalists. We still have one more semi-finals to go before the last event of today, which is the finals. We already have one name going in, the Hungarian athlete, the 16-year-old Nimrod Pelli. And now it's between these two 17-year-olds. Yesterday, Adam from Greece was 18th in the individual competition. František Bostic was 19th. They're better ranked than the two young men who were in the final, semi-final one. And they had to go through a shoot-off to decide who goes into the finals. Carriages are in their place. And once again, going from station 3 to station 4 and 5, 2 doubles on each of the station, normal and the reverse double. Each station counts as a round, and each round with more hits than your opponent wins you 2 points. In case of a tie, they each win 1 point. If they come to 5 rounds and haven't settled the dispute, they go into a shoot-off. Here are the coaches. We did have 1 timeout in the Skeet event so far. We'll see if we have another timeout as we're moving through onto the end of the Skeet and trap for today of the solo events here at the European Championship in Osijek, Croatia. There goes some test fire, so the targets may and can fly out only from the high and the low house target. From the high and the low house, the target flies out. Can be the normal and the reverse double. Here's the mascot, the kuna, the species that lives here in Croatia. The currency was used to called by this little animal. A lot of fans for František Bostic of Czechia. A lot of teammates as well in the stands cheering the athletes on. And we start off with the first double. Adam from Greece hits the normal double very quickly. We go into the reverse double. He seems very comfortable with the shotgun, very kind of loose under his fingertips. Flawless, one might say. 4 out of 4. It did end up being flawless. Time for Bostic. Hits both of them down in the normal double. And in the reverse double as well. That's going to be 1 for each. The way these men are setting up the tone, I wouldn't be surprised if we have another shoot-off happening in the second semifinal, right before the decision to go into the very finals. Bostic. Four out of 4. Once again, oh no, it's going to be a miss on that last target. There's an opportunity for Adam. One of the targets flew away, and it was a low house target. So now he's not in the best situation. He still has 2 more targets to hit down. If he misses even one, which he did, Bostic takes over and takes the lead over here, 3-1, moving to the next next station. with that tricky target from the low house in the reverse double. There's always just a bit more emotion that the younger athletes show than when you're shooting in the senior category. And you can just tell when the athletes are nervous. Now, Adam even missed a target. He started off looking pretty relaxed, but just something happened after that first station, and things went a bit south. Now, let's see if František Bostic gonna capitalize on that. Already even 2 targets were enough to take another 2 points here, which means he's gonna come to 5. And then he's in a very, very nice situation. Not a situation you wanna relax in, because there's still 1 more round to win, or at least tie. But a very good situation for František Bostic from Czechia. Coming back to this station, it's a very fast pace. If you lose it and your opponent stays in the game, it's very likely you're gonna lose your position in the finals. But things can still change. We'll see. František Bostic setting the tone for the last round. If he hits both of the targets in the reverse double, that's gonna be his way of going into the finals. And he makes it into the finals very, very quickly throughout this semi-finals too. František Bostic is the one who's going to be in the finals alongside with the 16-year-old Nimrod Peli. So we have Hungary and Czechia in the finals. And that was really a quick decision that we had here in the second semi-finals. Yeah, exactly. Just losing your concentration 1 or 2 stations, and that's it. The winner of the semi-finals here, František Bostic. And we have a little more to go on the decision of the gold and the silver medal in the finals. We have Czechia, 17-year-old František Bostic, who just shot a very quick semifinals, and the 16-year-old from Hungary, Nimrod Peli. These two will be fighting for the gold on Range B, the finals range here at the European Championship in Osijek, Croatia, for shotgun competitions for athletes under 18. Now, we know the 2 names coming into the competition, Peli and Bostic. It's the last final of the day as well. We still have just enough sun to cover this final, and thankfully no more rain coming in, which means that maybe tomorrow in these competitions that are coming, the duet and the trio will be shot under a nice May sun here in Osijek, Croatia. Just 2 more days of the competition, and this one was really a packed day here on Range B. We had 4 finals, 2 of them in trap, the solo competitions for men and women. We had the Skeet event for women, and now for the final here, the men event in the Skeet solo under 18 of the European Championship here in Osijek, Croatia. We are live on the official ESC YouTube page. If you want to check out any of the finals that were happening before, you can check it out there. Also, the official Instagram account of ESC for more content, whether it's on the podium, off the podium, in qualification, in the moments of a very stressful final. It's all there, so it's definitely worth to check out. But now for the final competition, the Skeet solo event. František Bostic and Nimrod Peli. There might be a moment to take a breath, at least for František Bostic. He was just in the semifinals. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere as we're preparing for the finals of today.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the athletes on firing point one representing Czechia is František Bostic.
The final finalists are coming out. We are at the European Championship for Shotgun in Osijek, Croatia, and we have the final two names who will be shooting in the Skeet solo men event. František Bostic, who just shot his semifinals, and he was very, very swift about it. And Nimrod Peli, who had to come to the very end and shoot a shoot-off to end up in this final. So definitely two different stories coming into the final between these two young men over here. Their coaches are coming out as well, and the referee is just, the jury is waiting over there, and the referee to come out, to be presented to the audience before this competition starts. So because the athletes already went through the semifinals, they won't be taking any test fires. Nimrod Peli has debuted in the finals. František Bostic as well. We've seen him in a bigger event before. Here's Marin Carbonau as the jury in charge, and the referee again loves some attention from the stands over here. It's going to be the decision-making referee with his two side referees, Michael Erlewin of Germany. We are on range B, the finals range, famously finals range here in Osijek, Croatia. And it's going to be two men in the Skeet solo. We're down to two men in the Skeet solo men's event for under 18. They were shooting the qualification, quarterfinals, semifinals, now gotten to the finals. Here they are to collect their cartridges, and once they're done, going back on to the range to shoot the finals. Some of the juniors might be entering a senior competition already, at least the older juniors, to fight for a quota place for the Olympics that are getting closer and closer by the season. And at the end of this season, we'll find out the first quota places for LA 28. And this might just be what the younger juniors need to find their rhythm in the finals, which is definitely a different thing than the qualification. So giving an opportunity here for these young men that are even under 18 to try and shoot their shot before those last few years in the junior event comes, when they're already kind of shooting in the senior events more and more. It's great to see how they find themselves around the finals range and under this big spotlight over here. So we're back to station 3 in Skeet. We're gonna have 3, 4, and 5, 2 doubles on each. And a fantastic start for František Bostic. 2 doubles are down. He was very swift in the semifinals, but it seems like he lost the high house target now. Nemrod Peli's turn. Oh, he lost the high house target in the normal double as well. Already, first target. But the coach seemed to have asked for a check on the video assistant.
Great job for nothing because it was good.
Hurrying down to the monitor to inspect it with the other juries. Let's see
First target.
whether it was a hit or a miss. Every single target counts.
This it was second, first target. High house. High house.
The high house target
It's in the sun. Different angle. But I saw it.
did not seem, at least from this angle, did not seem to have been hit. But the decision has to go to the juries. It did seem to land
Another one.
onto the grass there.
Yes, easy, easy. Yeah. Easy, please.
The decision is going to be
Please another one time.
in the jury's hands in the end. Might have been a small little piece that fell off at some point, and it does seem like it might have happened. But again, it's for the juries and the referees to decide, especially as they have a very clear view over there of what went down.
Last time.
And they need to look at it a few times to decide if there was a moment, and there might have been a moment, where a small tiny piece fell off. But it seems like they don't see any such thing happening. So they might decide on a no. It's a no from the jury, and the referee is now showing to the audience. One was a hit, one was a miss, and we are continuing on with the reverse double. Now, reverse double after a little bit of a break for Nemrod Peli. Low house, high house target. Seems like the low house target was lost. And the first round goes to František Bostic. We've seen this happen in the semifinals already. Now, Nemrod Peli is the first one to shoot in the second round over here. He's 16, 1 year younger than František Bostic. And he just seems like a bit more under stress, but manages to hit both of the targets here in the normal double. Maybe things turn around as we go through the stations. Hits all of them, 4 out of 4. Doesn't leave a lot of space for František Bostic now. He's at a high bar in this round, but František hits both of the targets in the normal double. Goes on to the reverse double. Here is the audience that's here for Bostic, who manages to hit both of the targets once again. And now it's going to be 1 for each. So far, Bostic has lost 1 target out of 8. We've seen Pelli lose 2 targets out of 8 with that one unsuccessful VAR asked. Setting the tone now strongly, František Bostic. The reverse double can be pretty tricky. The low house target can lose it frequently, but it seems that that's not going to be happening for František Bostic today. The way he's shooting, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in a senior competition in a little while. Nimrod Pelli. A lot of the athletes have this very gentle touch towards the shotgun. It's really, really cool to see. Both of them had 4 hits on station number 5, so that means they each win 1 point. Now, František Bostic is in a better situation here. It could be a match point. But it all depends on how each of them shoot in this round. Nimrod Pelli hits down both of the normal doubles. It's Hungary and Czechia now in this final. Very gentle and sleek, and then catching the targets in the sky. You have to be very quick, agile. And the high house target got away from him in the reverse double, leaving this big opportunity to František Bostic. We've seen him take that opportunity strongly in the semifinals he shot. We see his teammates on the edge of their seats waiting. What's gonna happen? It's the reverse double. Everybody's hoping for 2 hits, I'm sure. Is he gonna make it? And he hits them both down, winning the gold medal, the last one in the solo events here at the European Championship in Osijek, Croatia for men under 18. A gold medal goes to František Bostic of Czechia, the 17-year-old that flew through the semifinals. I would say winning his place in the finals and in the end at the top of the podium here at the European Championship. It's a first gold for Czechia. And here is the man himself, František Bostic. Silver medal goes to the second finalist here, Nimrod Pelli of Hungary, the 16-year-old who was shooting in the semifinals against Islam Azdarov, who won a bronze medal. Here he is on the left. And another bronze medalist from Greece, Adam Dordaras. It's going to be 2 bronzes, a silver, and top of the podium today at the European Championship here in Osijek, Croatia. It is František Bostic. It was a really exciting day, a lot of finals, a lot of semifinals in this solo events, both for trap and for skeet. And this is the final and a wrap-up on today with the gold medal that went to Czechia, František Bostic, Hungary with the silver, Greece with the bronze, and Azerbaijan with the bronze as well. Once again, this was really an exciting day, happening since somewhere around 2 or 3 o'clock here in Osijek. We went through a complete rain and gray skies up until sunny days, and hopefully tomorrow we have some more sunny days coming up, as we have a duet, a bronze medal match, and a gold medal match for trap, followed by the skeet duet, bronze and gold medal matches. The first one is starting at 3:15 local time here in Osijek, Croatia. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the ESC official YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of the finals that are happening here in these competitions. The solos, the duets, the trios, and anything else more you can think of in shooting sport. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to come back here tomorrow at 3:15. And on the last day as well, we have the trio competitions starting off at 2:45 local time. So now that you know all the information, it's all up on the web as well. Thank you again for watching. It was really an incredible day and an incredible finale with František Bostic winning the gold here in Osijek at the European Championship for skeet solo men event for juniors under 18. Thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.